Obviously not the result we were hoping for. It was it's a tough game after Christmas. Team being away, no excuses. They had the same thing, I would imagine. Coming into this game, it's not the response you would hope for, just off the what happened last week. But we had foul issues in the first half. We had just again, we're digging our hole for ourselves at the offensive end of the floor. It's putting way too much pressure on our defense. We're just not converting, and then it didn't get that much better in the second half. I mean, it got marginally better. I thought we battled hard just to try and gut out stops, but they had guys, DeRozier's and Much, both double-figure, high rebound games, way above their normal averages, and that's what you need to I guess win on the road. And we didn't get that same production. We need more guys playing well on offense, and Romello did some nice things in the first half with his rebounding and some of those putbacks, and then Remy had some good shots, and Rob had a good couple minute stretch on offense, but otherwise it was just hard to really figure out where we could be effective at that end of the floor.
Something you can put your finger on when it comes to the offensive struggles the last couple of games?
Not necessarily. I mean, we missed. I think how the game ended epitomizes kind of just missing layups. In and out layups. I mean, probably 3 or 4 of those in the last 2 minutes alone. Things just didn't go our way, and we were 2 for 15 from 3, so that's not going to get it done either. We did shoot free throws pretty well. If you're looking for the silver lining in this game somehow.
Can this be a wake-up call, kind of, that you can't just go out there and?
I mean, there's a lot of parity in college basketball, and there's if you're not ready, and I didn't think I did a very good job of getting the team ready for the level of the game it was going to be, how hard they played in the first half. They played harder than we did. There were a couple of offensive rebound examples that I remember that we had 3 white jerseys in the paint and they had 1, and somehow they got the offensive rebound. And we normally don't allow that to happen. So there were, I got to do a better job, and I always struggle in games like this, knowing the difficulty of getting your team ready, especially after the emotion of the game the other night.
The last possession, were you pleased with how it came out and what your last look?
I mean, I thought we had multiple cracks at it, and at that point I wanted Rob to shoot a 3 or to have the ball in his hands for some type of shot, because he had made a couple in the second half. My only other option would have been maybe Remy at that point, just based on how the game was going. But then, we scrambled and had a couple more opportunities, and just, the ball didn't go in.
What have you seen in Lou lately? I mean, his shot just doesn't seem to be going in.
Some of it's layups. He's in the paint, and he's not converting. I thought he had a pretty good look on the left wing for a 3. Didn't go. He's a freshman, and he's been so good early, and I know that he'll continue to find his best game here as we get to league play.
You guys have been down at the half the last 4 games. Are there similarities to the different slow starts you've had recently?
I think it just goes to, if you look at every field goal percentage, and you're going to see 27 in Kansas. I think we're 28 today, and so when you don't make shots like that, it's our defense held them to 37. So usually that's pretty decent, and then if you get a little more, you get a little something going on offense where you're making more shots, you're just going to try a little harder on defense. You just keep going to the well and missing. It kind of chips away at your maybe desire to keep competing. But through all that, we did, we held them to 67, I guess, 67, 66. Mm-hmm. So normally, if we keep a team in the 60s, I would think that we're in really good shape.
Obviously, some coaches, they want to turn the page. Some coaches want to stay. The conference starting next week. How do you want this one to go?
There's no positives to this at all, really, that I can think of at the moment. Just the kind of non-conference that we had, and the level of wins that we've had, this is a step back. So, you know, but if we're going to play like this, then, you know, a resume doesn't really mean a whole lot. You know, like you gotta be ready to take care of business and play at a higher level if you want to compete. You can't be one team against the #1 team in the country and then play this way. And I don't want to take anything away from Princeton. Those kids fought hard. The kid Kennedy could play anywhere, and he's going to play, you know, after this year. And you know, I thought they had a good plan how they had it guarded us, and they made some incredible shots late in the game. Well, I think one off the behind the back was pretty tough to take at that moment. So, yeah.
Your point guards can find their own shot. They can create their own shot. What's the fine line of looking for your shot as opposed to getting others involved?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, and it's you know, we were struggling to find offense, and they were really, you know, packing the paint pretty well. So I think I would have loved to try and throw the ball to Zylan a little more so he could, you know, have more chances. We weren't getting maybe what we normally would get by doing that. You know, like when he has the basketball, he's usually very good at moving the ball around, as good as we have on the team.
When your team only makes 2 threes all night, is it a case that they just came out cold, or was the defense extended, or?
I mean, I'd have to look at the whole thing overall. I thought that there were open ones that we didn't cash in on, and then I thought that was. I thought it was more of the shots in the lane that we didn't make that hurt us more than even the line. And you know, 2 for 15 is not a good number at all. But I just thought maybe not converting layups on drives or putbacks would probably have more impact on the outcome.
So as you head into Pac-12, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Just a reminder that no matter how good you feel or how great things are going, you know, it could all go away real fast if you're not careful and you're not ready and you're not focusing on getting better. And you know, I thought our practices were good coming into this game. I had a good feeling, but it didn't come together today.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you.